my lovelies, I'm Barbara here on Barbara's House and More. I'm doing that last step on baby Luca that I told you about. It is actually the final step of the matte varnish that I'm going to put on her. And what this will do, it will seal the paint, it will seal all the work that I have done on her so that it can no longer be rubbed off without using acetone or something. Okay, and we definitely don't want that near her. But it comes in this little container here. It actually comes in the kit of Magical Realism paint. It comes in a little kit like this with all the little bottles, all the colors you'll need. This comes from Australia. It's a little pricey, but I'm telling you, it lasts. It's like 3 drops every time you're trying to fix a wash up in one of these little bowls. It's only like 3 drops. And it goes the whole process of your doll. And there's actually many times I've had some kept over. I have jars where I try and I store instead of throwing the paint away. You can only leave it so long though. So after a little while, that doll or another doll, after you throw it away, you can't just keep it inevitably. I'm sure, I don't know, I'm not anyway, because I don't want it to be spoiled or rotten or whatever. Even if that's possible, I don't know. But like I said, there again, you wouldn't have to. I basically store the leftover because I know I'm going to use it at another spot in the putting together of the doll. So therefore, instead of having to make up another batch of it, I'll just use what I've already done. So I save doing that even more so. But anyway, let's get on this. What you need for your mat is you need a sponge like this, and I tear it off. And if you didn't want to, then don't do it. This is just how I was taught from Annette from Aussie Reborn. And you notice how it's kind of bumpy there, and that's to give it some texture on the skin of the doll. And the matte finish, it actually looks like kind of like a glue. And different brands come in different thicknesses. This looks like a little thicker, kind of like a paste, so it should spread a long way. Hang on. So you have your sponge that's got the texture, and then you've got your just flathead brush, and you're just going to take it and stick it down in your matte varnish, and then you're just going to put a little bit on top of that sponge here, and then you're going to pounce it on your doll. Make sure you get it all pounced out smoothly, because if you do not, you will be able to see it on the vinyl, and it's not pretty. Okay, I've also got along with it is a thinner brush that I'm going to be using to get around the eyes, inside the ears, the toes, the cracks, the line indentation, all of that, because you still want this to seal those areas with this matte varnish. And then I have a brush that I will take after that, and I will pounce out whatever is in the cracks, because we definitely don't want it to pool, meaning there will be some extra and it will be standing, and when it dries you will be able to see this white spot that's unnatural and it will not look good. So you want to make sure that you stay on that, and that's something that you do. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Normally I go with the head first. This is our doll. She's had her caramel color on there. She's ready to go. And you are really having a hard time because all you see is this bright light down on her head. And it washes it all out, and you can't see any description or anything. But once we're all done, I will make sure that I'm in a position where you can see. So like I said, let's turn her over, and we're going to start with the mat, and then again we're going to take it and we're going to pounce it on here, and then we're going to take this and we're just going to start on the back. And you want a thin coat of it, so you just keep pouncing it on here behind the ear, on the ear there, and I'm going to come back with my little brush there in a minute. And you just keep pouncing it on because you want it to seal. And I did that on this side here. And like I said, you want to make sure that you do it evenly out, because you don't want something left on there. And I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. But I'm going to go ahead and go inside the ear now with the brush along the inside here. And you can put more than one coat. And I have this brush. And you can do more than one coat. And I've got a little inside the ear there. I want to get that out of there. Out of there. Not sure what that is. Piece of white something. It might have came off the inside of the varnish from the lid, you know, being on there so long. But yeah, we don't want to leave any of that though, because whatever you leave with this last coat here of this matte, it's going to stick to the vinyl. So you want to make sure there's no dirt, no blemishes, no particles or anything on the kit this last step, because it will get stuck on there. Okay, so let's move on along the back of the head. We'll put a little bit more varnish here, and we're going to put that on there. And it's up to you whether you want to do more than one coat, but this will take 24 hours to dry. That is a suggested amount of time. And there's the back of it, and I'm going to pounce it on here like this right here. And you don't want to leave any sitting. Like I said, I'm sorry about this lighting here, but I need this lighting for sure, so that of course I for sure can do it properly, so that I don't leave anything on here. Okay, so let's do it again. So what you're going to do is, this is just this small little step here, and you're just going to go along the head, of course, all that, and behind the ears, on top of the ear, and we're going to go in there with a brush here in a minute too. We're going to go along every part. You want to do it to where you see no funny little blotches or anything standing. You want to make sure that it's all pounced out evenly with nothing sitting on the vinyl. Okay? And I wish you could complete the whole thing, but I mean, you're not going to sit here and watch me do pounce with a sponge on all of this. But you get an idea of what I'm talking about. And we will do that on all of the different limbs. And we will let this sit for 24 hours to make sure that it's good and dry. Then I can decide if I want to put another coat of the matte varnish. You can, you don't have to. It's up to you. And the next time you see me on here though, our little Luca will be all done. Remember now, we have eyes to put on her. We have eyebrows to put on her. We're going to put a magnet in her mouth so she can take a pacifier. And as far as the hair goes, I may leave her head as it is. In the past, I've drawn on, I've glued wigs. But this may be one of those that I consider leave as a baldy. And as a buyer, you can add your own hair if you wish. But I think she's going to turn out really sweet. But those will be the differences that you see. I have... let me go ahead and show you that, because I'm not done here with her. I'll have to go back here with Luca and finish the matting. But since I saw you last, of course, we did the caramel colored wash on it. But also since then, I have put little nails, little French manicure on her toes, and that's looking really cute. I have to gloss her yet. She'll have gloss over her nails to preserve that from coming off. Also her eyes, where the baby's eyes run, or the nose, or that little waxy inside the ear, her lips, all that'll be glossed. All of that'll be changed from what she is now at the final ending. And then I'll let you see all that. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Until next time. Bye.